It is Joy Week here on the Coastline Kids online experience, and so I thought, for the bit before it all starts, the first thing that I think of when I think of joy is I think of laughter. So what better way to test Joy Week than with a Don't Laugh challenge? We're going to watch some videos, and the goal is not to laugh. If you can get through more of this video without laughing than me, then you win 3 points. Here we go. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Hold it together.
I'm gonna prank my dad.
Okay, he's getting in the bin. Uh-oh, this isn't going to be good. Okay, that's one laugh. Keep going, keep strong. If you've laughed, just reset your counter. Here we go. That's creepy more than anything else. Oh, what is going on there? What is that? Is that a frog?
From the Manatee County Fair, Linda Carson, ABC7. Would you not eat my pants? Ah!
Uh-oh. Is this a baby bird or a baby? Oh my goodness. Hello! We are back in the Coastline Kids smoothie bar, and this week serving up a joy smoothie. I feel like this is one that they could probably serve at the Joy Cafe. Something that brings me joy is hanging out with all of you guys, but we haven't been able to do that in such a long time. I have a co-host this week because it's been getting a little bit lonely in the smoothie bar all by myself, and here he is.
Hey Coastline Kids, how you guys doing? It's been ages since we've all got to hang out on a Sunday. For those that don't know me, I'm Pete. I help out on the blue team on a Sunday morning in Coastline Kids, and we normally make the most noise and normally win all the sweets. So yeah, we have a great time together. Missing you guys, cannot wait to all hang out together again, play messy games, get covered in, you know, custard and mushy peas and all that type of stuff, and also worship with you guys and learn more about God, and yeah, just hang out and spend time together. I know this morning we are talking about, or this afternoon actually, isn't it? Or whenever you watch this, we're talking about joy. And I just wanted to share with you some of the things that kind of give me joy. One, massively, when watching my football team, when they win, when watching Bournemouth, and I actually get to be at a Bournemouth game, watching them win when they score goals, that gives me immense joy. Another passion that I have as well, which gives me joy, is, I'll show you this now, is kind of, I'm a little bit of a Lego geek, and I like building Lego models, so there's some of my Lego models. So yeah, that kind of brings me joy, and more importantly as well, it's kind of spending time with my family, spending time with my church family, worshipping God. That gives me immense joy. I'm going to kind of help Michael co-host this one, so you'll hear a little bit more from me later, and there'll be a couple of challenges that I'm going to get involved with as well, and hopefully beat Michael, and he can get pied and not me. I'll speak to you guys later.
Thanks, Pete. I'm sure we'll be seeing a bit more of you later on. Weren't those Lego models super cool? I loved that he said that worshipping God brings him joy. Should we worship together? Let's. Jesus, thank you that we get to enjoy ourselves by worshipping you. Amen.
Waking up knowing there's a reason. All my dreams come alive. Life is for living. With you, I've made my decision. You lift me up, fill my eyes with wonder. Forever young in your love, this freedom's untainted. With you, no moment is wasted. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turn to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. Nothing like living with you, this life you created. I
love? If it was, am I living it? Do I live in it? So astounding. Love is an ocean, you can drown me. The sweet embrace, the lovely taste, I taste and see. I'm under grace, the place to be. It means I'll never need an umbrella. I'm cool in the cold, in the hot weather. Whether or never I ever understand, I'm a man in the hands of great plans. I stand with faith there in a life I never known to touch. And still outside my clutch, but I'm like, what's the dream of? What's the hope in? What's to die for? Live to no end. This is living. The life I've been given, so gift. If I'ma live it, I'ma live it to death. So what's the dream of? What's the hope in? What's to die for? And live to no end. This is living. The life I've been given, so gift. If I'ma live it, I'ma live it to death.
This is living now. Take me higher than I've been before. It's your perfect love that sees me soar. God, your freedom is an open door. You are everything I want and more.
Hello! Professor Ivan here once again, and I'll be honest with you, I'm getting sick and tired of not being successful in my world record attempts. So instead of me failing another one, I thought I'd set a head-to-head challenge. Michael versus Pete, competing to break a world record. Whoever does the worst has to get pied at the end of the episode. Over to Pete to explain the challenge.
What we have to do is we have to take an ordinary peg like this, one that your mum does the washing with, and we've got to see how many we can get on our face. And we've got a minute to do it, okay? So in a second, I'm going to get my assistant Jessa to set up a timer, and then I'm going to see how many pegs I can get on my face in 1 minute.
The world record currently, as it stands, is 51 pegs on a face. At the end of today's episode, whoever loses is gonna be the one that gets the pie. I can't wait. I've got pretty stretchy skin, so I feel like I should be pretty good at this. Pete, you're going down.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Now? Okay. You're timing it? A minute. Ow. Ow.
It hurts. Why did I not think it would hurt?
Ow.
Going for the lips. Don't know if that's a good strategy or not. Oh. Ah. Ah, that one's really tight. Okay, yeah. Oh.
Ow.
Can you breathe?
Not really.
Okay. How long we got left? Oh. Ow! Oh, it hurts so much! Oh no, they're dropping like flies!
Okay. How many was that? Let's count them out. Let's go.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Oh, I can talk again now. 9. 10. 11. 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, Michael got 12. I'm gonna get pied.
Yeah, I won. Oh yeah, I won. Woo, I won. Yeah, no pie for me, I won. Woo, I won. Yeah, no pie for me,
Make your dreams come true!
The time has come to get our Bibles out and have a little read together. It is time for my budget Bible bits. Today we're reading from Mark chapter 14. And again, it's about Jesus this week, which is really exciting. Prepare yourselves though, because your mind is about to be blown by the incredible acting that you are to see on your screens. I know, I'm very, very talented. I can play more than just one character at a time. Have a watch of this. This is our reading for today. It's from Mark 14. They went to the olive grove called Gethsemane, and Jesus said, "Sit here while I go and pray." He took Peter, James, and John with him, and he became deeply troubled and distressed.
Oh no!
He told them, "My soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me. He went on a little farther and fell to the ground. He prayed that if it were possible, the awful hour awaiting him might pass him by. Abba! Father! He cried out. Everything is possible for you. Please, take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine. Then he returned and found the disciples asleep. He said to Peter, Simon, are you asleep? Couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? Keep watch and pray so that you will not give in to temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. Michael, I thought this was meant to be Joy Week. What the heck was that Bible passage? And he became deeply troubled and distressed. This doesn't sound like a joyful passage to me. Well, we need to have a think about what joy actually means. Maybe the first thing that comes to your head when you hear the word joy is joy from inside out.
This is joy.
Maybe it's laughing, like we were trying not to do at the start of the episode. In fact, take a moment now to pause the video and discuss what you think the word joy means. What do they tell you to do in school when you don't know what a word means? They tell you, of course, to look it up in the dictionary. According to the dictionary, joy is a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. But that's not quite how the Bible describes it. The Bible describes joy as like a deep, deep satisfaction that can be there when we're either happy or when we're sad. Okay, think of the happiest you've felt this week. For me, it was on Saturday. It was a really hot day. I went down to the beach with Lauren and we laughed loads. It was really hot, and then the best bit, of course, I got an ice cream. Now, think of the saddest thing that happened this week. For me, I've been feeling a little bit ill this week. I've been feeling dizzy for about 4 days, and you know, being dizzy's fun if it lasts for a little bit, like when you try and spin round and round and round and round in a circle super fast and then you fall over. But when you feel like the world is spinning for 4 days, it makes you a little bit scared, and it's made me feel a little bit sad. In the best times, with ice cream and stuff, we can experience joy, but also in the worst times, when we're super dizzy, we can experience joy too. You see, joy can also, I guess, kind of be hope. Even when the worst stuff is happening to us, when people are being mean, when you're in pain, when your brother just ate that chocolate that you wanted, we have a hope in Jesus. That hope says that one day we will be with Jesus in paradise, where there'll be no more tears, no more pain, and no more suffering. Sounds a little bit like a shampoo advert. Think of it like this. It's pretty painful to have a baby, or so I've been told. Come on, push, 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 you can do it, push! Oh! 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 But the baby makes the pain worth it. Almost like during the childbirth, the child is the hope. Jesus actually talks a bit about this in John 16 verse 20 to 22 if you want to do a bit of extra reading. And so, in the Bible passage that we looked at, I believe that Jesus was still full of joy despite being deeply troubled and distressed. Would you like to experience the joy of the Lord? If you would you put your hands out in front of you like you're about to be given a gift, and I'm going to pray for you. Holy Spirit, come. Fill us, your children, with joy, so that whatever comes our way, no matter how hard things get, we'll know that we have a hope in you. Amen. Let's chat and catch together. This week, we'll chat and catch at the beach. This is the time where we get to build on our relationship with Jesus, because the great thing about God is that he wants to get to know us, just like you know your friends. We're going to start by chatting. I'm going to ask a question, and then you can give the answer to Jesus in your head or whisper them in your hands if that's easier for you. And the first thing we're going to tell Jesus is, what is your favourite type, your favourite flavour of ice cream? Next, I'd like you to tell Jesus the worst thing about the beach. And finally, tell Jesus your favourite game to play at the beach. Great. Next up is the catch part. Imagine that you're on the end of the pier with a big fishing rod trying to catch the things that Jesus wants to say to you. Sometimes that might come through, a random thought. Sometimes people see pictures in their heads. Sometimes you might feel a feeling or a sensation. And if it's a good thing, I like to think that it's from God. The question I'd like you to ask Jesus today is, if you could do anything with me at the beach, what would it be and why? And then we're just going to wait and see if we catch anything. Ready? Great. It is super special and super fun to catch from God. Sometimes you don't get anything, but the time when you do it makes it all worthwhile. Let's take a moment to pause the video right now and chat with whoever you're with, the people that's near you. There's some questions to answer and a chance to pray together, so pause the video now. It brings me joy to pray with people, and I also find great joy from worshipping. So let's worship together now. Jesus, thank you for joy. Thank you that we have a hope in you. We want to worship you now. Amen.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore.
We're coming to the end of this week's episode. Next week is all about peace. So make sure that you come and join me for that. Plus, we're about to watch Pete get pied, which I am really excited about. But before that, I've had some great stories sent to me from Coastline kids throughout the past couple of weeks, and it makes me feel so happy to hear what you guys are up to. I'd like to share some of them with you now. Firstly, hello to Jessa, who you're about to see serving up a delicious pie, who prayed the prayer to become a friend of Jesus while watching these videos. I am so excited that you did that. I've been telling absolutely everyone I know. Next up, I want to say hello to Molly, whose mum sent me a message to let me know that you've both been watching together and enjoying every single week. It's so great to have you with us. If you'd like to have your name mentioned in next week's experience, get your adult to send me an email to michael@coastlinevineyard.church. Okay, the time has come. Let's finish today with a bit of mess. It is time for a pie.
So, as I lost the challenge, Jessa is going to get to pie me. Okay, what are you going to say?
More.
Oh, it didn't work.
More.
Oh, there's not much in there.
More. 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 Gracie, have a look on FaceTime. More. 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 More.
Just, okay, right, there we go. Hang on, I'm going to take this off. Jessa. Go. Thanks, Coastline kids. Yeah.